Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "The purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste it to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience." And richer experience is exactly what I seek. My bucket list is miles long. I could sit here and tell you all the things on it, but that would be extremely exhausting and time consuming, so for now I'll just tell you a few things. First of all, I'd like to meet a few funny people who have really influenced me in life, just comedian actors that I really like and I really enjoy, and who have really rubbed their humor off onto me over the course of time. Also, I'd like to visit a few places of importance to my family and of importance to me, as well as go to as many concerts as humanly possible of the bands who have inspired me to be the person that I am today. First off, I'd like to meet Jim Carrey. I think that he's very hilarious and that he is very eccentric, very off the wall, very unusual. I like his humor. I think he'd be a very cool person to interact with and meet and actually talk to. He just seems so humorous and so full of life, and I would really like to meet him. I love him in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. I've seen it at least 15 times. I love him in his serious roles like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and his more unusual roles like Lemony Snicket and, other things like that. Like Liar Liar is really funny. That's a really good movie that I also grew up with. Also, I'd like to meet Will Ferrell. I think he's extremely talented, and he has a lot of dry humor that he's rubbed off onto me. I speak in the way he speaks. I pretty much quote Anchorman or Old School or Step Brothers in my daily life, so don't act like you're not impressed. I think he's really awesome, and he'd be a really cool person to talk to and just have a conversation with. He'd be really cool. Also, I'd like to visit places like Trinidad and Tobago. My grandmother and my great-grandmother, who are both still alive, they were both born in Trinidad, and I just want to go there and see kind of what their life was like before they moved here, and just what it was, how they grew up and where they grew up, and just see what they saw and feel what they felt kind of before they came over to the States. Also, I'd like to visit Germany and France. My grandfather was stationed in both Germany and France during World War II. We have a lot of his little knickknacks, so to say, from the war. We have a shaving kit and other little things that were his pictures from the war. We also have a letter from 1944 that he wrote to his mother that had a flower in it from a girl from France, and it was really cool just to have a flower from 1944 and a letter that he wrote when he was in the war. It's really cool to have something like that still. So I just kind of want to go and see not only the history of my family, but the history of the world, just to be there and see those kind of things, see those kind of landmarks, and it'd be awesome just to go. Also, I would really like to go to a lot of concerts. I'm a very big concert buff. I really like to go to concerts, as I can see some of you do too. You have some really cool people that you've seen, Jack Johnson, and a lot of cool people that you guys have seen. So you guys also must enjoy music. There's a lot of people that have inspired me personally that I want to go see. I really want to see Brand New. They're an alternative rock band from New York. They're pretty heavy on the rock, and they're really awesome. They just have a lot of good lyrics, and they really help you when you're down. And when you're angry, they have a lot of angry music that makes you just like, oh yeah, it's pretty awesome. Also, I like to see Mumford & Sons in concert. They're a folk indie band from Europe, and they are very heavy on the banjo, which is pretty awesome. They are so lyrically inclined that it's amazing. You don't really hear music that's this well thought through anymore. So I really like them, and I really want to see them because they've been so inspirational. So someday, hopefully, I'll see them. Also, I've seen a few bands already that have been really inspirational to me. I've seen Muse, I've seen Kid Cudi, I've seen The Killers, The Raconteurs, The Pixies. I've just seen a lot of people, and I just want to continue that throughout my life because I really just love music, and I want to just immerse myself in music until I'm no longer here. If I could have a career where I am just around music all the time, that would be like 12 bucket list items in one. So that would be pretty awesome. Overall, you've seen what I like to do, what I like to hear, where I want to go, all these kind of things that I want to do on my bucket list. So hopefully that's kind of inspired you to take initiative and know that your days are numbered. And if you want to go meet Jim Carrey, go meet Jim Carrey. That would be awesome. If you want to go to concerts, you should go to concerts because this is the only life you have to live, and you should live it to the fullest.